Hello, Kelly. Chris with the goddamn K. What's up? Darcy, Alyssa, all my babies, all my bosses in the house. Hi, guys. How are we doing? Alyssa, same astrology as Bad Gal Riri. So, hi, Kay. Okay, Kay, sorry I'm a little late. So we'll have Kay on at 10:15 as usual. Okay. Trying to ground down because I'm so happy. Yeah, how was everyone's Scorpio full moon? Was it good? We had beautiful trine Neptune for this moon. And we had some people were saying it was a rough astrology. I actually thought it was pretty beautiful, the Scorpio full moon. I felt like there was a lot of shedding. All of my clients and my community and everyone I checked in with just had like an aha moment or moment of surrender, clarity, like just feeling really like something's been lifted and there's a fog's been lifted. And that's what good. I'm happy everyone's feeling that. That's what I was saying earlier this week. Is like, trust this moon is bringing in some goodness and some shedding. And I just want to thank everyone who supported yesterday our story about, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time to dedicate it to it, but the awful, awful murder that we talked about. I don't want to get into it because I'm going to start crying. But all the stuff we posted in our story yesterday, I appreciate so many of you reached out, wrote an email, asked for a template. My cosmic bosses, I'm so proud. Vigilante, love warriors, social justice work. This is what it means to be in a spiritual community. I know I've posted stuff in the past and had people unfollow me because they said they don't want to get political. And that is like the most biggest steaming pile of fucking bullshit I've ever heard. So I appreciate all of you who feel the same way as us and we're in this together. And I just, before I went to bed late last night, I saw that they had arrested those two men. So we still want to keep talking about it, keep, calling for justice whenever we see such acts against like people in the community, especially, we've just had so much with the Black Lives Matter movement over the past few years. And I think people it's just, we need everyone on the same page. Like all these politicians, all these lawmakers, like they essentially work for us. And so when we show them that we're pissed off and that we're not supporting them, we take away their power. This is Pluto retrograde. We are taking away power. We are taking our power back, okay? It's not something that's outside of us. So yes, Dre has additional action items. I would love to share them on my story today. We're gonna have Kaye on from the Art Sob, and she is an artist, illustrator, activist. So I'm very excited to talk about all this with her. I'll wait, and I'm gonna pull a card. She made an amazing, co-illustrated an amazing tarot deck in collaboration with someone else, and we're going to talk about that today. I'm so excited to get my copy in the mail. I don't have it yet in person, so I'm going to pull a tarot card from a different deck, and we're going to then pull the same card from her deck so you guys can see the art. But I just wanted to thank everyone. Truly, solidarity, sacred rage, righteous action, holding people in spirit. What's cool about being spiritual warriors is that we have two things at our disposal. We have inspired action, we have activism, and then we also have the spirit realm where things can happen without the limited potential of the earth realm. We can call on our guides, our angels, our ancestors. We can hold someone in light. We can hold something, an intention in the realm of consciousness. And it's so much more powerful. We can send love to anyone, to anywhere in the world. We can send healing energy. So, just encouraging again, the role of the spiritual activist, of the love warrior. It's very powerful, and it definitely is what we need right now. So thank you to everyone who responded, who that resonated with, who reacted, who took action. So Scorpio full moon. Today we have the moon is in Sagittarius now. So we might be feeling a little Does anyone feel a little restless? They want to go for a little mini adventure. People want to like leave the house a little bit. Is anyone feeling the Sag moon already? Sag moon makes me a little sassy. Yeah, social injustice happen on all different scales, and we have to show the only way for it to end is just to feel like we're not going to ignore it, you know. And people who obviously, like, I'm in a white skinned body, and like you have to say things like, I'm not going to ignore this. I'm not going to, just because it doesn't directly affect me in this moment, until we all can be on that same level, like these things will keep happening, right? And we have to have the awareness, and we have the ways that we sometimes, you know, are a part of the system, which is a hard truth to face, but that's part of also a Pluto retrograde shadow energy. But it's okay. We look at it all with awareness and curiosity and compassion. But yeah, Sag moon, a great moon to talk about, you know, writing, studying, research, philosophy. You might want to feel really expansive over the next day or two. But travel might just feel really important. So even if you want to go on a little like mini staycation for the weekend, check out the state parks are open again. Sag moon wants us to fly, wants us to get a new change of scenery. So that might feel really good and supportive to you. So I'm going to pull a card. What should I pull a card on? I was going to pull a card on like, what did we shed during the Scorpio full moon? What did we all just release? What was the skin that we all just got sucked off of us by the universe? And then what are the blessings that are raining down on us right now? What are those moonbeams from the Scorpio moon, trine Neptune, Pisces? What did we all receive? So let's pull these cards. Hi Dina, hi Julia on YouTube. How are you doing? Love it. Love having the two communities going for our little mystical morning show. So let's see. Let's tune in and just ask, like, what did we shed? What did we just release? What are we no longer carrying with us right now on this Friday morning? And maybe what is the healing? What's some of the beauty and blessings that we received? Oh, guys, this is so beautiful. Okay. So, let me pull what we're shedding. 7 of Cups. And we're going to look at this in Kaye's deck too. Wow, I love a good specific tarot spread. I love a good call to action. 7 of Cups. To me, this feels a lot like we shed disillusionment. Like 7 of Cups in that way is like, where are we not seeing the full reality? Where are we living in an illusion? Where are we making up a story? Where are we like just feeling like things are foggy? And we release that fog, which feels really, really accurate right now, right? That heart intuition fog, that confusion, that like what's up, what's down, who's real, well, I'm like almost like obsessed with one thing that's not even like that's not even the real thing. So we shed that. And then what came out was like 2 cards. The moon. I feel like the moon is going to be like, hello, don't forget, I'm here. I shed some blessings on you all. So, you know, being shed with the moon, being shed with divine feminine consciousness and healing and intuition, and kind of like pulling into some inner child healing, pulling into like the truth of who we are. Like, you see these people standing naked in front of the moon. Like, this was all us, just like receiving those moonbeams, naked as we came onto this earth, receiving that. And receiving that like moon kind of clarity. That's that third eye clarity of like, oh, right, I know where I'm going. I know what's leading me. I know what's true again. And also out of that came the King of Cups. So lots of cup energy, releasing the 7 of Cups, releasing that fogginess, that disillusionment, and then calling in, and I'll show you guys here, calling in the King of Cups. So like really feeling like we can all be leaders of like, King of Cups is the leader who leads from the heart-centered place, in that masculine, sacred masculine, holding space for others, sharing sharing insight, guidance, advice, but really from a tender, compassionate place. And of course, for the collective, like, all right, you know, I'm doing this for my kingdom, for my queendom, for my people. So this is really beautiful and really has me thinking about like how we hold space for others and ourselves and also how we don't have to look outside of ourselves. Like we're our own inner authority. We are sovereign. So I love that we're receiving this. So lots of water came through, obviously, because we had a watery moon, trine Neptune and Pisces. No, it's okay. This is the Modern Witch Tarot by Lisa Sturl. And then we're going to be pulling cards with another tarot deck artist this morning. We're going to see her version of this. I'm really excited to chat with Kaye. So yeah, this is the Modern Witch deck. So we released the Seven of Cups. Showing it again for the YouTube. And then, yeah, and then what we're calling in, what's blessing us is this moon energy, our divine feminine consciousness, being open, receiving, healing on the subconscious, psychic heart level, and feeling deeper connection to our inner truths. And then this really feels like to me this thing of like leadership and ownership from the heart, being accountable, being self-regulating, but from this heart space and sharing that heart space with others in a compassionate and generous way, like heart counsel, heart leadership. Okay, so I love that. So we'll say, I'm excited to see Kaye's version of these cards in her deck. So I'm trying to think. I think we had some questions for her on the thing. I'll pull them up. You guys let me know. I'm obsessed with the Art Sob's illustrations. She does zodiac illustrations. She does funny comics. She also just has, a lot to say and a lot of things that she wants to express through her art. And to me, she really embodies the healing artist. And of course, right when I met her, I was like, "Where's all the Libra in your chart?" And sure enough, she's a Libra sun, and we'll go over her chart a little bit. But I love combining beauty and justice. How she does through her art is the most, I think, beautiful, high octave, high expression of Libra gifts, truly. So Kaye, if you're watching, anytime you want to hop on, I would love to have you. But if you need a second, then we can keep chatting about the Sag moon and all that goodness. You use the same deck and you pulled Ace of Cups, Chris says. So much cup energy. That just feels like this is the Scorpio full moon, has a lot of cup energy. So here comes Kaye. Her Insta is the Art Sob. Hi. Oh, look at you. Look at my Libra looking so glowy and beautiful, and your hair down.
Oh God, yeah, I let it free today. I think I have I think I'm supposed to, I think I have Leo somewhere in my chart, but I'm not. I'm dreaming I do.
I'm so excited. I'm going to read your chart soon. We have our session, so I'm so excited to get in on that chart. I'm so curious. I love it. Also, so I'm going to introduce you. Someone's asking, will this live be saved? So for some reason on my phone, I cannot save the lives. If someone's like a tech guru and can walk me through what I'm doing wrong, I don't know if it's just my phone memory situation, but I always record this and the audio. I have a little mic here to record you on my computer. So we'll always have the interviews will be on our YouTube channel for replay. They'll live there forever and ever. So just because someone asked. Okay, so Kaye, tell us about you. Tell us about the Art Sob, what you do, a little bit of your story.
I'm Kaye Rashad, and I started the Art Sob about 2 years ago. The Art Sob, I always say, was born basically out of a suicide hotline call. I was in a really low place in my life, and I called a suicide hotline, and they said, "Is there something you can do besides end your life?" And I said, "I think I kind of like to draw," and that can you do that tonight? And I said, I guess. And I found a app on the App Store, and I started drawing in it. And the first thing I thought of was a comic, and it was this really kind of silly comic about a guy going down on a girl and her being like, "Are you done now?" Like, you're doing this more for yourself than you are for me at this point. Please stop. And I put it up on the internet, and people related to it. And I was like, I guess I'm going to keep doing this because it was so nice to just talk to other people about stuff that I was going through. And then I started kind of posting about horrible ex-boyfriends that I had. And people were like, oh my gosh, I've dated this guy. I think I know this guy.
Are you talking about my ex-boyfriend?
Yeah. Are you talking about that Kyle that I dated?
Always
I think
Kyle.
we dated the same Kyle. You know? So it was so great. And it really helped me to kind of work through my trauma. I was seeing was helping other people heal from their trauma too. And I just kept putting out these comics that were really darkly funny. And so I started calling my comics Grim as Fuck because they were, you know, grim AF, but really funny. So I always say it's like, if your reaction is to like kind of cringe a little bit, but you like have a little part of yourself that wants to laugh, that's exactly the right reaction.
Exactly what I was going for. Oh, I love that. I mean, I love that story. Just to like pause for it, I want you to keep going, but I just want to like digest and chew up all that yumminess. Like, yeah, to go from something that I'm sure many people can relate to, of just feeling like I'm at the bottom, I'm at my wit's end, this is my rock bottom. And then having someone kind of mirror back to you in a way of like, what else do you like to do? And then you say it out loud and you're like, that just seems so simple. Like, I do like to draw. And then you taking that and like making it into art and comedy is such a blessing. And I feel like, oh, right, other people are feeling this too. And it just, to me, this is like birth from the most beautiful, sacred, holy place of just like, here's my heart. I want to share it with the world. And like someone else looking at it, wherever they're doing, somewhere on the subway, you know, getting ready for their morning, their day, like, I'm having a shit morning. And then just looking at that and being like, oh, fucking Kyle. Like,
right. I think that like it sort of is like, when I think back to that time, it's like I really had to go to, I guess, like that childlike place sort of, and think about those things that I like, I guess like moon energy or whatever. It's like, what are the things that I liked when I was a kid to get me out of this like really dark adult place that I'm in? And it was drawing. It's like, I did that when I was a kid. I haven't drawn in like, I don't even know, 15, 16 years, but, and my drawings were really childlike when I first started, and they still are a little bit childlike, and I like to keep them that way, but it's like, that really sweet kind of innocent place is what got me out of that really dark adult place. Yeah.
That's it. That's so good.
I think that when you're in a dark place, like it's helpful to kind of go back to the sweetest place that you were at and think about what made you happy then, because it's probably bound to make you happy again when you're in a place that you can't handle as an adult. It's like, adulting's hard. Go back to your childlike place.
Right. There's a key there, something waiting to be unlocked. I love that.
Right.
And it's so true. It's such a universal wisdom. And sometimes we like overcomplicate it in our mind, but it's like, no, just go back to that thing. Because also it's going to help you feel better. But I always feel like that's also going to be like your medicine for the world.
Right.
Like exactly what you did. Okay. So I have just like a technical question. We'll get to that later, actually. I'll go to more of my Virgo technical questions in a bit. But
I love all of your Virgo people.
I'm like, hold on. What are these apps?
I need the logistics of exactly when you're going to be here and how you're going to get here. Are you going to come in a car?
I need the logistics of how you're doing this inner child healing and grief trauma work. Give me a list of actionable items at the end of this, and we will get there. Okay, so tell us a little bit about, okay, so that's amazing. I love the origin story that I'm just like, like digesting that. It feels so good. And tell us a little bit about like so many things about what you're working on now. I mean, I do want to ask you about your tarot deck because we pulled some cards.
Yes.
So I'm so excited for this.
Yes. So right now about to, hopefully if COVID doesn't take it over, we're hoping that here in Washington that, because I'm based out of Seattle, so we're hoping that I'm still able to have my art show in July. I'm supposed to do an art opening, and it's all about mystical stuff. It's actually called Mysticism in Color, and it's all about tarot, horoscopes, and the 7 deadly sins, and centering people of color in those things, because I work with centering people of color, because my social justice, mind can't help but
Libra.
representation.
Yes, yes, sister.
So it's we're doing all 12 horoscopes, which I posted on my Instagram, and we are going to be doing those in large scale size, about as large as what's behind me now. And then I'm working right now on the 7 deadly sins, and it's a pretty tough thing. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than it is, but it is tough because I'm centering my the person that I actually worked on my tarot card deck with, which is my best friend and my queer mom. They're a drag queen and an incredible person, a queer Latinx native superstar, a human being, a bruja.
Magic. All of the magic.
All of the magic. You can't really sum them up. They're a supernova person.
Supernova.
And so I'm considering them as a drag persona art star in the 7 deadly sins. And so it's a kind of funny trope, and I got some of them down, but I'm just like, how do I sum them up in all of these things? Like some are amazing, and then some are not just good enough. So I'm working on the 7 deadly sins right now, and it's going to be done by next week. I swear it will be done, and it will be on my Instagram. But
Okay.
7 deadly sins is what I'm doing right now. I'm releasing the tarot deck. It's on my website right now, ready for pre-sale. So everyone can go to my website today. And,
we'll do a swipe up in the stores. You can get right there, right to the swipe. I love it.
You can order it. And then the next thing is just getting ready for this show. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm working on some new comics. And I'm kind of hearkening back to the Boyfriend Hall of Fame, because I have some more stuff to explore there. And then I'm working on a project right now. I think I'm kind of starting a project with my amazing friend. She's let me take over her Bumble profile.
I love the things that we can do in the name of art.
And so there's a lot of good, juicy content.
A lot of Kyle content on there.
There's a lot of good stuff there. So I'm excited for that. That's going to be pretty funny.
I'm excited for that too. Wow. This is why I love talking to you. I think the intersection of like art and healing and social justice is like for me, and then fusing like spirituality, like even taking that healing one step further. I'm like, these are my 3 favorite things. Like I just can't, everything you said, I'm like, I just want to circle back to Art Star and like what and like this thing, but I know everyone's thinking it, and some people were commenting. I'm like, do I fly to Washington for this? What, I was supposed to go out to Washington for my first NORWAC, the Northwestern Astrology Conference, but obviously it's canceled. I was supposed to go like next weekend, so I'm so sad. But do you think there'll be a way, like a digital way to see this gallery show? Maybe like tickets, and there could be like a virtual tour, or like I'm trying to get creative. I know we all want to go.
You know what? That's a really great question, and I would love to explore that. You just gave me an idea.
Okay, we'll see. We'll circle back, but I'm like, I want to see all that life size.
Yeah. I would really love to do that. I think that would be awesome. There should be some digital way to do it. And now that now that COVID
Everything is.
everything should be digital.
Yeah,
so
we're like, make it digital.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you keep us posted.
Yeah.
We'll post on that, and then for people, we're about to get into like showing off your deck, and I know we're gonna get a bunch of comments, so we'll keep you posted on Kaye's art show. And then after this, I'm gonna do a swipe up to her website to get this deck. It's pre-sale. I am so excited to get my copy. So let's walk through the deck a little bit, and then I'll ask.
I put your copy in a very nice bright teal bubble pack today.
Thank you. I'm so excited for that bright teal. When my lovely, amazing
Art Sob's here.
delivery man, I'm like, where's my teal? Where's my teal bag? My teal package. Okay, good. So I'm so excited for that. And you're just gonna see the deck all over here on the morning show. I'm sure it's gonna be like my. I think it's also very like as we enter Gemini season, because everything right now at the North Node in Gemini feels like everything different, no labels, beyond binary, beyond labels. So I feel like going through this deck will be such a fun trip through Gemini season.
And this deck, like I said, was created with Art Sob, and so his collective and my queer house is called the House of Charlatan. So the Church of Charlatan, it's the Church of Charlatan X the Art Sob deck, and it is a letter to queer Latinx icons, and let me tell you, we went through it, and it's taken 2 years to make it, and it's so sweet. I love it.
I have full body chills. The FBC, full body chills. I am so excited. Okay, so yeah, walk us through like what was it like to create a deck? Like, it took 2 years. The inspiration, the like research.
The first, I made a major arcana deck first, and basically what happened is Art Sob created a chapbook, which is a book of poems that were incredible, and it was called "I Want to Prance with Somebody." I actually named it because you've met my dog Suni, who is a greyhound. She's
magical.
She's my service dog, and she prances when she walks because she walks like a horse, like you do. And so I always sing to her, "I want to prance with somebody." And so Art Sob thought it was so funny, and so he named his chapbook "I Want to Prance with Somebody." And I created art of him that was him as a deity, as a horse deity, as like a native horse deity, and he had this amazing war bonnet on, and he was half human, half horse, and all pink. And so that was on the cover of this book, and it was just all of these poems about like toxic masculinity in the gay community, and a poem to his dad, and one to his grandmother, and just all of these amazing, like, emotional, beautiful poems. And we shared them at an event that was for the queer POC community, and he wanted me to create a tarot deck for that, but we only had time to do major arcana. So I did all of the major arcana, and when I finished it, people loved it, and I was like, great. My hand is cramped, and I'm like, I don't know how I even did it. I was like in a daze.
Just the channel. You're just like,
yeah. I was like, seriously, like angels came through my body and finished it for me. I don't know how I did it. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm glad you love it. I blacked out. I totally blacked out. So I finally decided I want to finish the deck because it was a beautiful deck, and people were really, really thankful that I had done it and made a full, Latinx deck, and really, really respected Chicana, Chicanx history and and really cared and really took the time to delve into Mesoamerican history and stuff, and use deities and all of these things. And I really, really studied it because I wanted to make sure that it was right. And so when I finished this deck, 78 cards, and I went back into the major arcana and edited the major arcana to make sure it was all consistent throughout, I ended up being really, really proud of it. My art style had changed since then too, so I wanted to make sure it was all consistent. And it was so fun to like really delve into tarot and like learn about what the cards meant. And so I wanted to make sure that I drew them in a way that was traditional enough to tarot that it was true to what the cards should have meant, but also modern and respectful to Latinx history. So it was kind of a balance, but I think I got there. And we use a lot of icons in Latinx history. And so that was really, really fun learning about all of the icons too, because there was a lot of people that I didn't know. And it was really fun. So I was just like blown away by all of the stuff I learned. It was so beautiful. I mean, there's so many people that are just,
what a beautiful celebration, a beautiful tapestry, a dive. I love the like honoring, like 1 foot on the ground of honoring the traditional tarot and the symbolism. And then also another foot, like reaching into like the beyond, like how can we incorporate these icons and this imagery and this culture and these messages? Like that's so beautiful.
You know, keep like the artists in cups, for example, and the activists in wands, and we try to really be very mindful of where people were, because each thing means something, you know. So we're trying to be very mindful of that, and we think we, got it. So it was really
powerful.
Special.
I love that.
I felt, I mean, obviously I'm not Latinx, I'm Black, but I felt very honored that they asked me to do it, and so I was just like taking it so seriously. I was like, oh God, I'm just drawing each thing perfectly, and it was.
What a beautiful sacred offering, and to have that like move through you and birth through you. It's so beautiful. So would you want to share like one, or was there 1 or 2 icons or someone who like you didn't know about before, or someone who just kind of like stuck with you as you made a big imprint on you when you were making the deck?
Okay, so you pulled the 7 of Cups, and so here's 7 of Cups.
Ooh. I love it. I love your illustration. I love your art. Oh my gosh. I love the little diamond, a little heart eye. So good.
And then here's my moon. It has a chihuahua on it.
A chihuahua. Oh, I love that chihuahua howling with the wolf. So good. And then there's a lobster on it. I'm going to have to screenshot this for my friend who had a dream about a lobster the other night.
It's going to have a chihuahua.
I love it.
So, then the King of Cups is actually Cesar Chavez.
Nice. Oh, I love. Does he have like a shell crown on?
Yes, he does.
Oh, yes. Oh my God. I am so excited for this deck. I cannot even handle it.
And so with the symbolism, we really try to kind of think about, like, for example, instead of lions pulling the chariot, we had Zolos pulling the chariot, the Mexican hairless dogs.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. So I love the detail. You know, my Virgo loves a good, just like combing through the details. How can everything be a symbol? Everything have a new meaning. I love that.
But some of the modern people that were really interesting were some of the people that I learned about were, gosh, let me see here.
I know it's like a little pressure because like you learned about like dozens and dozens and dozens of people.
Well, I really loved learning about the artists, especially like Rufino Tamayo and Wilfredo Lamb. They were really cool, and then they have amazing art. And I was like, oh, how am I an artist and don't know about them?
I know, like, I don't know about them. I'm so excited to learn. I don't know their names, so I'm like, what?
Like,
tell me about them.
I feel like I should be like on it. Tricia do Armaloro is an artist from Brazil.
Ooh, is she Queen of Wands? Oh yeah, there she is. Oh, Queen of Wands is like one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. So I love that you pulled. I'm like, yes. Oh, look at her, so beautiful.
And I'm just like, God, I can't believe I don't know this. And then Wilfredo Lamb is the King of Wands, and he's a Cuban artist who was not only a Latino, but he was also Asian and Black. Like he was like had the whole spectrum. So I'm like, wow, this is such interesting history. These people are just so interesting and full of like character, and it was so fun to draw them. I loved it.
Wow.
And then Jean-Michel Basquiat, who's my favorite artist.
Hello.
Page of Wands.
Some of these I might just have to, I'm just putting some of these in my altar, obviously, or putting them up as art because I'm like that, yeah. Oh my God, you captured him so beautifully.
I love Basquiat. So
wow.
It was,
what a gift to like sit with them and then honor them and just kind of like meditate with them and let them work through you. Like that's why I love this kind of work and art and healing is like, okay, well, like let me be a channel and what does Basquiat want to move through me right now with this? And like it's so beautiful.
It was so fun. And then for coins, we did a lot more modern artists because that's kind of more money. And so we thought about,
icons of success.
So we thought more of like celebrities, like modern celebrities. And so we did like Shakira and Jennifer Lopez and
show me.
Yeah, so we're like, let's think about like
Shakira. Who can think of Shakira and not say Shakira? I'm gonna call you a liar.
I know.
Oh my goodness, Shakira. Oh yeah, she's like, I got my 6 of coins. Oh yeah, 6 of pencils. She's giving back a little. I like it.
And we did Bruno Mars.
Oh my God, Bruno Mars. I like the interpretation of the coins, like the modern success stories, and it's so good. Bruno Mars, are you kidding? Oh my, people are gonna eat this up. Like this is so good.
And then we have Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, Jennifer Lopez growing her spiritual coins, her earth journey, the spirit and earth world. I love that.
So it was so fun kind of doing like these modern ones that are like
who are the court cards for the coins?
Oh, for the coins.
Because I kind of respect how you also, can we just talk about a moment of respect right now that you made J-Lo like a minor arcana? And I respect that. Like J-Lo, like you're doing well, but there are other elders above you and people who are more important above you.
Court cards are Mariah Carey.
I love it. She's from Long Island like me. I love it.
Oh, okay. I forgot you're a Long Island girl. That's
oh amazing. Yeah.
I love that. The court cards are Mariah Carey, and then the knight is Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, so fun.
And then the queen is La Lupe, which is actually one of my favorite cards in the deck. So here's Mariah Carey.
Oh yes. Oh my God, I love it. Iconic.
My favorite, it probably is my favorite card in the deck. Here's the Knight of Coins. This is Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, yeah.
And then probably my favorite card in the entire deck is La Lupe, who is a Latin American icon from the 60s, a singer. And this is probably my favorite card in the deck.
Oh my God, that card is beautiful. Also, shout out to you, because sometimes the coin pentacle discs cards in the deck get to be a little like more like, yes, it's earth stuff and it's business and money. But I love how like these are so beautiful and artistic and feminine for the Queen of Coins, and like these are amazing. We have some super big fans in the chat. I am like obsessed with this. I think everyone, if you're just tuning in, they're available for pre-sale starting today. Mine's on its way, and I'm like, can't wait for it to come. These are so beautiful. I love them.
They're in the chat. So shout out to Sarah Hanlon. And then this is a King of Coins.
Okay.
So in a tree chair.
Wow.
And that's Tito Puente, the king of salsa. So we put the king and queen as like icons. They're like old icons.
I love that. I love that you put the king and the queens as the old icons, as it should be, like the elders. Let's respect them. I'm sorry. I just love that like Shakira and J-Lo are like in the minor arcana. I just think that's so beautiful. I really appreciate that. Wow. Okay. So some people asking where they sold. I'm gonna swipe. I'm gonna put in the stories. You can go through. Is it the artsob.com or
theartsob.com?
Okay, and I'll do a swipey swipe. Yeah, we're all like, everyone's like, we want to watch the rest of this live, but we also want to buy these. And I think it's also a great gift if you have a Latinx like friend or peer or like a mentor, or like, I think this is such a beautiful. I love like decks as gifts and saying like, hey, this deck made me really think of you. So, like, here's an offering. I love that.
I actually gave a deck to my counselor. She's Latinx, and she was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much."
Right? Who doesn't want to receive a deck, first of all, and then having it be such a beautiful celebration of your heritage and your background, and they almost also feel like soul flashcards, like getting to know some people you don't know, and seeing how they speak to you and want to work through you. So I love this.
It comes with it does come with a little booklet called Getting to Know Your Deck, and it has the information who every single person is in there, so you know who it is, and you're not like who's this guy.
Right. Like we want to know who they are to understand them and honor them, and I figured that you would in your Libra way, as you understand, like you have to also like here to learn, so here's a booklet. So I love that you included that in.
And like I've told you before, Maddie, like that is one thing I love about you with your like allyship, is that you are like always giving back in like such a real, true way, and not, you don't put ally in your profile. Like you just are an ally. And that's what I love about you. So I really appreciate you being just so true in that way.
Thank you. I'm gonna cry from that. Thank you. That's like, in all the work I do, that's nothing could like make me happier, and I love that. And we were talking about in our Cosmic Boss group this month about like being a rebel and being a warrior for truth and love. It's just about being about it, like not having to talk about it all the time. So thank you for feeling that, picking up on that, and thank you for everything you do. I was so happy when we connected, because I was admiring your work from afar, and then hearing like the depth and all the dimension to your work. I was like, oh, this is so cool. So I would love to before like we go, if someone else out there is watching this and they're like, I'm also having a down moment, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling just really like lost, like what would be some good tips to start like this world of like digital illustration, I guess you'd call it. I don't even know what the name of it is, but like what are the apps that you found? What are the tools, just to give people a little like, here's a little nudge in the right direction?
So I use an Apple iPad. I'm sure that there you can use another tablet, surface or whatever, anything that has the ability to use a stylus. As far as I know, Procreate, which is the app that I use exclusively, is available on Android as well as Apple. So I use an Apple iPad and I use Procreate, and I use the Apple Pencil, and Procreate's a great app. You can use it like I do with just the monoline and do, you know, comics and use it pretty straightforward, but you can also paint in it. You can do watercolor in it. You can pretty much do anything you want in it. I mean, it's a really powerful program. What I love about it too is that you can export video from it and see your entire progress from beginning to end, which is really
cool.
fun.
How cool.
So I really recommend Procreate. What it does not do is do vectors. So you do need to know how to vectorize images in Illustrator if you want to resize up and down. Okay. So that it's a rasterized image when you're finished. So if you're wanting to draw and just kind of get to know to draw and you're not trying to do anything fancy, I say get yourself Procreate and start drawing, and that's pretty much it. I think it's a small fee. I think it might be $10, but it's well worth it.
Well worth it.
And it's just a one-time fee, and they update the brushes all the time, and you can just go crazy in it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I think it's just nice to have. I love that, like, action stuff. If someone's, I think sometimes when we're new to something, it's just overwhelming. Like, you see all these apps and what's good and what's not. So hearing a recommendation from a really talented artist, illustrator like yourself, helps give some encouragement. So I definitely.
You can even use finger. I forgot. You can use your finger if you don't have a stylus.
Oh, finger. Great. We probably, most of us have fingers. So I love that. That's just like, before we even order a stylus, like, let's just play their fingers, which also feels very like childlike. It's also stylus might be like, oh, I'm trying to be like really like perfect. But kind of like almost like starting with your fingers. Like, yeah, like finger painting.
Exactly. Most of us have fingers. We can do that.
I love that. That's so beautiful. That's so good.
Totally. And there is a free, I do know this is free, Pocket Procreate that you can use on your phone. So if you download Procreate on your phone, I believe it's free, and you can use your finger. So you don't need a stylus at all. So you can just test it out on your phone, see if you like it, and then upgrade to the app on the iPad if you'd like.
I love that. And then Dre Bay says a donut pens are $30, work perfectly. So lots of good options for starting in a way that just feels like accessible and have fun with it.
Yeah, and if anyone has any questions, of course, feel free to DM me. I'm not a person that has DM closed. I'm open. My DMs are open, so you can always ask me questions. I'm a DMs open girl.
Yeah, I'm a DM open girl kind of gal too. I'm like, just slide on in. Leave your dick pics at the door, but everything else, welcome in. Luckily, I did like a spell, like a charm over my DMs. I don't ever get that kind of stuff. So. I also want to point out your background, your nesting dolls. Did you make that, or?
Oh yes, this is called Queerest Folk. This piece is called Queerest Folk, and it's I did make it, and this is one of my favorite pieces I've ever made, actually. The nesting dolls are one of the things I kind of thought about the nesting dolls is that it's really interesting that they are they're genderless. They give birth to each other, but they're genderless.
Never thought about that, the nesting doll.
So, right. So they literally give birth to each other. They're genderless. So I kind of made this as a statement that anyone could be a mother, no matter what genitals they have. And so I made all of these non-binary nesting dolls, and then I decorated them in folk patterns from different cultures and called it Queer as Folk.
Wow. Do you sell that print on your website? First of all, I'm like, that's an amazing Mother's Day present for anyone.
I do. Yeah, it's
okay.
on my website, and you can buy it, and it is an amazing Mother's Day thing
so
to give
beautiful.
to anyone. And any person, any non-binary person, especially, loves it. And I just think that, yeah, anyone can be a mother. It doesn't matter. And so people love, of course, the one at the end is, has the little unibrow, hairy legs, and is wearing a dress.
Oh my gosh.
That's the cutest one, I think. But
yeah.
this one has, breast removed and is pregnant, and there's all kinds of things going on here. So I really, I love this print. It's one of my favorites. So I made it huge, and
I'm so happy you did. I'm so happy you did. The whole time I was like, when do I get to ask about this print? I also have to do like a deep dive on your website, clearly. So this is good. We'll also swipe up to this. I think if you're looking for a Mother's Day present for someone, especially if someone's like non-binary or just looks at motherhood through a more progressive lens, this is like a fantastic piece for anyone. I'm like, that might be my new background. You'll like, tune in here like next week. I'm gonna be like, just like copycat.
Like, I recognize that print.
What? I love that. Thank you so much. Let's show off that beautiful deck. Give me a deck pic for it's like about sliding the DMs. Show us your deck one more time for anyone tuning in that's late. If you want to watch the replay, really Kaye's deck is such a beautiful work of art and culture.
The backs are based on a Spanish tile design that I found. And then I'll just show a couple. Here's the Five of Swords.
I love that. The skull.
And again, here's Wands. Ace of Coins. Two of Cups.
Aww.
This is Ellen Ochoa. She's first Latina astronaut.
Okay, Queen of Swords. With your big, beautiful brain, you get on out there in outer space. Like, that's amazing. These are so good. I'm so excited to learn, and and this is definitely going to be a go-to gift of mine because this is so beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Yes, I really like. Here's a magician. And this is Sylvia Rivera, who's pretty much the godmother of the Pride movement. She's incredible. The Judgment card is the Mirabal sisters, and they were activists.
Oh, yes.
In the Dominican Republic, and they got assassinated for going against the government.
Yes, my sister read a book on them, and she was telling me about. I mean, amazing. I'm so excited to pour over this deck.
And here's a chola opening a jaguar's mouth.
Obsessed. Obsessed. Each of these are. I'm hoping you make like prints out of these and everything. Like, these are just so beautiful.
Yeah, we're planning on making prints, and that will also be at the show in July.
Yeah.
And here's an Adobe church for 5 of Coins.
So good.
Yeah,
so good.
And Selena Quintanilla is the angel.
Oh, of course. I was like, where's Selena gonna be in the Wheel of Fortune? I love that.
She's also the star.
Okay, good. Okay, Selena gets to go in twice.
She's He's such an icon.
Totally. Oh, I am like a little kid. I'm so excited to play with your deck. And
I'm so excited for you to get it. I was like, when I finally got them, I was gonna send you this deck, but there was a misprint in the booklet, so that's why I had to wait, because I was like so excited for you to get it. I was like, oh, I want Maddie to get my deck, but I was oh, there's a misprint. I can't send her this.
And I was like, I'll be patient. Good thing I'm like, send me the misprint. I don't care. I was like, no, I will wait. I will not settle. I will wait for the best part. But I'm just like, damn it. so good. But thank you. And I just wanted to circle back to, the beginning. We only have like 2 minutes left on this, but I just wanted to, as a testament to this, as a celebration of like, first of all, congratulations for birthing this deck. With your beautiful friend and their whole community. And also like we have a whole separate show. I want to hear more about the house. And I'm like, what with House of Charlatan, what's happening there? But I also just want to say like, congratulations on this birth. And just as this whole thing as a celebration, a testament to like your healing journey and the incredible healing power of art. Like, and how you found that. And I just like, there's probably someone watching this right now or on the replay or on the YouTube and like maybe a year from now who just might need to hear this. So thank you for sharing your story so beautifully.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Yeah, I feel so lucky. I really, really feel lucky that I could share my story. So thank you for letting me.
Of course. All right, so we're gonna say all of this stuff. I know everyone's like itchy fingers to buy, me too. theartsob.com. I'm gonna swipe it up in my stories. You can learn more about her obviously big gallery show, buy the decks, get them while these things, get them while you can. And then obviously the print behind you and all the other amazing stuff that you're working on.
Okay.
So yeah, just thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for sharing all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Bye.
All right, bye. We'll talk soon. Bye, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. All right, bye, everyone on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. Theartsob.com is where you can find any of Kaye's art if you want. And I'll put it in the comments here too. Okay, bye.